So as you can see, we have our user interface. If I change this to true and resume, you will see that it will add the third row here for our repeat password as well. But the problem here we have is everything is touching the left. These texts are actually in the middle, and there is very little flexibility we have right now to fix this. So let's put this back to false again. And in order for me to add some flexibility to this area here without touching the sign in, what I'm going to do is to take the email password and also this repeat password if statement, and this is going to be put in a different VStack. So I'm going to create a VStack here, and this VStack we are going to align it to leading. So I'm going to say alignment.leading, and we don't need actually space or content. We just delete this, and I'm going to put some space here, and then we're going to create another VStack. So again, for extra flexibility, because we're going to add padding and padding to our this area. Basically what we want to do is to have this part on top without changing it, and then this will be in one vertical stack, and then this second part will be in another vertical stack, so we can play with the padding, with placement, etc. So underneath, I'm going to create another VStack in my VStack, and this is going to be aligned leading as well. And let's just get rid of this, and should be it. So first I will delete, actually I will cut everything from here and put into my second VStack. Before we paste, I will put actually some end of VStack, and here as well, end of VStack, and also here end of VStack. So in my inside VStack, I'm going to paste my code that I just cut, and what we want to do before our end of VStack, actually I will put it down. I want to add some padding. Before actually adding this, let's resume to see there is nothing has changed in terms of our visual interface here. But now that I will add padding, and I want to add bottom and 15 points. So we have some space here, and then what I want to add to my view here is some animation, but I'm not going to do it now because I want to show you how without animation looks like, and then we see how with animation it looks like. Basically what we want to animate is the showing and hiding of repeat password area, because without animation it's kind of very hard adding and removing the item to our view. Okay, after our if statement and adding our padding and ending our VStack, we are still inside the second VStack, as you can see. What I'm going to do is to create a horizontal stack, because we have this element here, and in order for me to push this all the way to the right, I need a horizontal stack. So here I can put a spacer and push the item into the right side. So let's create an edge stack, and here I'm going to start with a spacer so I can push everything to the right, and then we just need a button here. So let's create a button, and the button is going to have an action and a label. action, I'm going to say this is going to be setting our password. So I'm going to print reset password, and label is going to be text, and it's going to say forgot password and question mark. And let's add some foreground color, and I'm going to access color dot gray color, and let's add some opacity to it, like 50%, 0.5. So you can see we have our button here, but it's touching our right side of the screen. So what I'm going to do is, after my H stack finishes, I want to put here, first of all, end of H stack. And as soon as our H stack finishes, we have here our V stack. Let's move this up. And we have end of our V stack. And here I want to add some padding. And I'm going to add horizontal to 6. You can see it brings it in a bit, and we are not touching the walls anymore. Now what we want to do is to create this main button here, which actually will be dynamic the text depending what our user wants to do, sign in or sign up. And let me just remove the empty lines here. We are going to add this right after our second VStack finishes. So it's outside of our VStack and before the end of the first VStack. Another handy thing is, because this is getting really long, if you are losing the view on top, what you can do is fold this by clicking on the left bar here. And for example, now it folded one of the VStacks into 3 lines here. So you can see what's going on here and can understand where we are at. We can also fold the second VStack if you want. And then we have the main VStack and second one, the third one is actually inside now. Or you can double click on these 3 dots and it will open up the code that you have just folded. So I'm going to go down after my second VStack finishes. I'm going to create a button with action and a label. The label is going to be text, and this is going to be different in case if we are in sign up or sign in mode, but right now I'm going to just call it sign in. And let's add some foreground color to be white. Then I want to add some frame, and the width we are going to put UI screen. So we need to see how big is the screen. Dot main dot bounds dot width. So we take our screen width of our device, and then I'm going to deduct 120 points from it. The height we are not going to set, alignment we are not going to set. So we have our frame, and just let's add some padding to it. And Command I to fix our indentation. So I have my text ready. Of course, you can see nothing here because it's white. What we need to do is to take our button. I can put like end of button here. What I can do here is to add a background color to my button, which is color.blue. And now you can see the title. And then I want to do some cornering. So let's say clip shape, and let's say capsule. And this will turn my button into some nice rounded button. And finally, I want to add some padding, because you can see from top, it actually touches my forgot password. So if I say padding dot top, and let's add some 50 points maybe. Let's do 45. Okay, so we have 45 points padding from top, and we have nice space in between them. What we need for our action to happen, for now I'm going to say print, and let's say sign in clicked.